we say you can work your business absolutely anywhere. So today I'm with my friend Cassandra, SSD from Canada, in the back of Dorothy and Rick Thurman's big mobile, and we're in Utah. So I know things on the Rising Star course have been a bit hit and miss this last couple of weeks, so please forgive us, but we have been traveling and it was a lot busier than we thought it would be. Whoops! Let's try and get us in focus. Cass is trying to look hot and sexy in the back of a car. It's pretty impossible.
With this blurry view.
I know! So, this week I want you guys to read chapter 6. We are talking about power prospecting, so how to get prospects, be that people to join, customers or party hosts. But we're going to look at Cass's main awesome topic, which is recruiting, isn't it, Miss Cassandra? So I'm going to ask Cass some questions. My hair is totally awful on this bit. They're used to that though. I'm going to ask Cass some questions and then she's going to answer them, because she is very, very awesome. So when we come to prospecting, we like to do what's called sharing our story. So that means giving people a very brief insight into who we are and why we're in Scentsy, and really what Scentsy has done for us. So Cass, if we could stop being blurry, can you give me your Scentsy story, please?
Sure. I joined Scentsy in 2013, and really it was only to be my own consultant. So basically kind of just planned to be a kidnapper. First beginning program started off, I really liked the competitive drive of wanting to hit, level 1, level 2, and then I'd end up with level 3, which kind of pushed me to, well, I want to be certified, and I want to, well, I think I was certified at that point. I wanted to hit lead, which meant recruits, more recruits. I wanted to hit star. By month 2, I'd hit star. Month 7, director. I just kept recruiting, kept talking to everybody about my business, and kind of from there, it just fast forwarded so quick, and kind of like a snowball effect, just kept building and growing, and here we are. Now we have a group of over 1,000 consultants, 1,000 plus, 1,100 plus, and traveling, and was able to take my husband off work. So it's been definitely an amazing
retired
journey.
hubby was happy there, wasn't he? He was very happy.
Most definitely.
So that's given you what's Scentsy really brought for you? Because I know.
Definitely freedom, more time with my kids, able to travel, not to worry about paying bills or working our lives around a work schedule, which is huge, because you miss. I remember when I used to waitress, I almost missed everything. I felt like Christmas came, I worked Christmas mornings, birthdays came, where's Cass? She's working. Ali used to go to a lot of get-togethers during the day because he worked nights, so he didn't have to miss anything, whereas I was working. Our kids' birthdays, didn't matter what it was, Easter, in restaurant business, those are the busy days. So
that is Cass's story, and she explained. So your Scentsy story, this is going to be one of your homeworks. We want you to record your Scentsy story and share it on our Rising Star page. And if you're really, really daring, I want you to just go live and do it on your page. And I want you to tag me in, and my friend Cass too. If you've got Cass as a friend, you can tag Cass too. And she can give you some helpful hints and tips, but I'm sure she'll just give you 10 out of 10.
For writing your story, start it with, if your story's too new and you feel like you don't have much to say about it, start about where you want to go with your business. So start off like, hey, I'm a new consultant and my story is still so new, but this is what I would like to do in my business, etc., etc. Tell a little bit about why you joined, and you can really connect with people, whether it had been just for some extra money, or maybe you went through a bad breakup and you want something of your own. A lot of times our stories are kind of what connects us, and I didn't tell my whole story, but that's usually what connects you with a possible recruit, I find. They see that you're being authentic and sharing what, where you want to go with it, and kind of just connecting with someone, period, in them hearing who you really are. So
this story is super, super important if you want to build a really good team. And we all know
add it to your website.
Absolutely, add it to your website, put it on your leaflet, have it on your business page. You can, and you can do it by video. You can write it. You can do it on a video.
I did mine on YouTube.
There you go.
It was my very first ever video. If you guys follow on YouTube, you can go watch it. Super nervous, told my story. And it was my first ever YouTube video. I even had said, this is my first video ever. It'll probably end up on YouTube.
Yay! So you prospecting for potential consultants. A lot of people say, I don't know anybody. Where do you recommend prospecting for potential consultants?
Definitely Facebook. You can, a lot of times friends want to help you. So make a post that says something like, do you know anybody in Canada, USA, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland who's looking to make extra money? Tag them below. You'll receive a super special inbox from me. At that point, you know, you can offer anything you like to them to thank them. People will help you, and they're helping their friends too. I have people send me people all the time from
so
that.
you're talking about
that.
Referrals there.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
a referral.
definitely referrals.
There's a homework that's coming, guys. It's going to be making your referral scheme. So
Your business page. If you don't have a business page, definitely make one. There's a difference between a Facebook business page and a customer VIP. You should have all three of those. Your customer page, period, is anybody that's ever shopped off you. Ask them, would you like to be in my customer VIP page? Of course, you cannot offer any specials or anything there, but you can offer Scentsy specials. You can share new products, share new things that might be coming out. If you want to share a little bit earlier, you're only sharing with your own customers. You don't have to feel bad. Your business page is great to boost posts. So now I'm sure Alexandra that would be another chapter for you guys.
So you've boosted posts in order to try and get consultants.
Right.
Yeah, is that something else you can do?
Anybody that likes your post, add them, invite them to like your business page, and then through that they automatically become your audience, right? So now you have this massive page of people that you didn't know. So people say, I don't know people. Well, you obviously have to meet people, and that's what makes Facebook so great.
And you can also recruit people while you're out and about. Like we chatted up the waitress today. We talked to a girl who came and admired Dorothy's car. Clearly there's a connection there. She likes the type of car Dorothy's driving, so Dorothy's there talking to her about, hey, well, I do this, you know, Scentsy business. That's why I've got this really amazing car. You know, you should hook me up. The girl turns out to be a customer.
Watch for your in.
Yeah, watch. That's it. And explain what the in is.
So the in is something like, oh my God, I love your purse. Where did you get it? And you can say something like, oh, I ordered off this website. And you know, actually, since I started Scentsy, it makes it so much easier for me to be able to buy things for myself, because before the business, I didn't have extra money. Or something like, you're paying the check and you may leave a pamphlet and you may leave something, and the waitress may, you go to pay, and I don't know if you guys have the Scentsy Visa.
We don't have the Scentsy Visa, but for the ones that do.
Or you could use a pen, drop a Scentsy pen with your info or whatever, because I'm sure you can get those through the family store, or leave a little free product or a little sample goodie bag, whatever it might be product-wise that you guys have. And then you'll just have the girl say, well, what's this? And then you get to say, well, this is Scentsy. Also with the car that wasn't in, Alexandra had met someone just like her today, loud and laughing and fun, and I was kind of trying to force her to go back in the restaurant to connect with her. We were already pretty much in the car.
I know.
She was in the middle of a birthday party.
She was in the middle of a birthday party, so at that
defense.
point I didn't feel it was applicable.
Right.
But that's the type of people to be looking out for. They always say people with different coloured hair, and we met a girl with purple hair today, Scentsy hair. And Cass has given us some details, so I'm hoping that Cassie and Cass will be able to hook up. So it's just about looking everywhere. And I am going to say, guys, when you're prospecting, don't be desperate. Right. Nobody likes desperation.
Be real.
Be real. Be you, because you is enough. We know that.
Right. And like today, what happened, I just saw a girl with purple hair. I had just had some streaks put in my hair, which you can't really see. But I went up to her and I just said, wow, I love your hair. And I really wasn't trying to connect with her for Scentsy. I really did just love her hair. She went on to share with me that her husband had dyed her hair and ruined it. And I said, well, I think it looks fabulous. And then we just got chit-chatting. Come to find out, she had the same name as me. I gave her a pen, told her to add me on Facebook. I, unfortunately, biggest preacher of keeping things on you, didn't have things on me with traveling.
Oh no, she was Scentsy naked. And you guys last week, I do want to shout out and congratulate those people who made their Scentsy on the go car packs and stuff. So well done, you guys. You're not going to be caught Scentsy nude.
It was embarrassing.
It is kind of, especially when there are other Scentsy consultants. But then when there's other Scentsy consultants, they're also pretty much semi-naked as well. It was not our finest moment as superstar directors.
Correct. So, it is hard when you travel though, because of course you do have to be careful bringing things
The problem we've got is we empty purses and put it in others.
Right.
So try and, you know those phone holders, like may I show them, Cass, this is Cass's little phone holder here. We're going to try and get some of these, but I think you can order them through Scentsy store. That's got Cass's business cards and stuff in.
Something that's hilarious about this, I didn't even think. Pretty sad, right?
Yeah.
Straight branded right there. I could have given her a business card, didn't even.
And you touch in there right away, you mentioned branding as well. You know, Scott and I, we're not branded tonight, but we're going out to dinner. You know, but when we are out and about,
day-to-day errands,
everybody can see a baseball cap, sunglasses, have your Scentsy bag, you know.
Shirt, a sweater.
Shirts and sweaters are great.
You know, even leaving pens, if you've signed something or paid a credit card, leave the pen.
And
I
you can
have
get
them
those.
branded with my name.
You can get those cheap on Vistaprint. We are going to have an agreement with Vistaprint very shortly, so there won't be any rules broken. So we're prospecting out there. We're giving our story. What other tips would you give guys for when they're prospecting? You know, what we talked with Dorothy today about, they're not giving too much info. And
Great. Keep it short and sweet. If someone likes one of your Scentsy posts, something to not do is to just go, you know, straight out and inbox them a huge, massive, maybe info about Scentsy. I usually just message something like, hey, I saw you liked my Scentsy post. Would you like more information? Or like this month, I would say something like, I saw you liked my Scentsy post. Would you like info about our amazing promo this month? Hook them first. Let them say, yes, I would. Please. I've been wondering about it. Rather than just go, it's only $59 to join my team. Please, you know, I'm trying to build my business. Don't do those things. That will scare them off.
Yes. Scott and I,
make it about that.
When we started, had like this beautifully written story almost of like why you should join Scentsy and how much it costs and blah 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 and the minimum amount you needed. That does not work. Getting into a conversation, whether it be face to face or online, I always say to you guys, behave as if you're in a coffee shop. Like Cass and I, you know, there has to be the to and the fro. So you ask a question, you get an answer. Invite them to ask questions.
Because you wouldn't just go to them. Think how that would feel if someone did that to you. You would just say, no thank you, I'm sorry, and you'd put up your bubble, and that would be that. The conversation would be that. You'll probably find yourself blocked at that point pretty quickly. I've made those mistakes in the past. So be excited, but make sure it's about them. If you know someone personally and they've liked your post, reach out and say something like, hey Sarah, I see you keep liking my Scentsy post. I noticed that your son plays soccer. You know how great it would be for you to be the soccer mom that sells Scentsy? You could do fundraising for the team. You can, you know, you've got all these moms to chit chat with every time you're on soccer. Or use any profession, any bit of their life. Do not try to recruit someone you straight don't know. Please take a little bit of time and go to their page and make it personal because it really doesn't get you anywhere just by jumping.
Being straight all over in their face.
Right.
It's about, this is a relationship building, and I know Alice, Heidi's mum, taught us the power of building relationships and knowing that it can take people years to join.
Right.
That's the other thing.
So
what's your longest consultant to join from? Ours is 3 years. Someone 3 years. Caroline.
Okay, yeah, probably about 3 years.
Yeah.
I had someone just join my team the other day that literally watched my entire journey and had said, oh my God, I should have joined sooner. I wish I would join sooner. That I'm, you know, upset I held myself back. So of course, people are always feeling these ways, and if you excuse bust quicker than they're able to give you the excuses, you know, I've made some great posts about, I hear I have children, so I can't join. So I'll say, that's great they have children, they can help you do this. Or I'll hear, I don't have enough money. So when I make a post, I may say something like, hey, if you don't have enough money, why not consider selling an old purse or an old chair or an old, any, you know, have a yard
always
sale.
encourage them to go on the buy-sell board and sell stuff to get the money for your Scentsy, because
and imagine old chair turned into a new
we
business.
sold loads of stuff when we were moving, when we were packing, and people were coming to me and like smelling the Scentsy in my house. I'm like, oh my God, what do you do? And I'm like, oh well, we're moving and blah blah blah.
That's
but
your other
you know, you can
sales
still
thing.
you can still buy from me, or you can think about joining. I have 2 girls thinking of joining from buying.
Anytime I've sold anything on a used buy and sell site, even a yard sale, boom, my Scentsy info's in a little bag. I'm cross promoting, but I'm cross promoting in Scentsy's favor, which is okay. I'm completely compliant.
It's not another direct sales company you're pushing to, and
definitely consider the buy and sell for, and when they come, make sure your Scentsy's boosted up, smelling great. They walk in,
so
we've got brochures,
networking
boom.
as well.
Yep, we actually do that. It's called fishing. Me and my friends say that's called fishing.
We call it fishing too. We have a pond where we put all our potentials. Yeah, and you've got someone on the line and you kind of reel them in. You know, you've got a fish on the line, you don't pull it because the fish falls off the line and it's not going to come back. You gently reel it in, and it's a game. The fish is pulling away and you're gently tiring the fish out, or in this case exciting the person to want to join. So yeah, what about closing the deal? How do you close it? How many times do you
follow up?
Okay.
The
follow-up
thing. So I have a little binder that I keep, and right at the top it just says "sitting on the fence," or sometimes I'll rate something funny. I've made new pages, so it's you know, fishing or whatever you might want to call it, but my current one's sitting on the fence, and I'll put anybody's name that has ever asked me about joining or seems like they would be great, or maybe new people to my business that I've gotten off my business page that have just come to my page, and usually I put the last date I spoke to them and where they were at with it. So it may say something like January 12th, maybe next payday or something like that. So then I know to wait 2 weeks and reach out again. Hey, we were talking last and you said next payday. Are you ready now? Let's, you know, here's my link, and did you have questions? Because I know you said next payday. I will be totally forward like that with them because I'm holding them accountable. They did say next payday. If they said something like, I don't have the money yet, I may put January 12th, or that's my birthday, but I may put the date, and then I may say doesn't have the money yet, whatever it might be. Always keep that, and then scratch it the next time you spoke, put it updated, and then eventually by 3-4 times and you know that you haven't gone anywhere with them, they stay on the list, but I just move along. So following up is huge. I know how many times people have said, I'm so glad you messaged me, I've really been wanting to, and I was just waiting for you to ask again. So follow up's huge.
We always gather the email addresses. We gather the email addresses and we say, look, we send out a monthly newsletter, so can I add you to that? You know why we do that? Because we want to keep them informed of Scentsy and a reminder. So if they're going to be on the long finger and take some time, the other reason is that these leads make great customers. Sometimes you have to be the customer to come back to be the consultant. So use all the time and the effort that you put into people into at least trying to get a sale out of it.
And also those regular customers, I tell my team all the time, sit down and look at their year, you know, their year of shopping with you. Do a little math, add it up, and inbox them. Hey, this year alone, you would have earned an extra $328 just on your own sales. And then you could say things like, that was enough to keep you active every couple months. You really should consider joining. Or you also sent me Sarah, Michelle, this person, and based on just what they shopped in you, that was, you know, a substantial amount of income you could have earned. So those are, and usually when I do basket parties, I do this like plate thing with them. I say, which plate are you going to choose? This is a plate where you get free and a half price stuff. But if you choose the join plate, you're going to get all that free and a half price stuff, plus an extra half off, plus this much commission. Woo! And then you offer them which plate would you choose.
The basket parties. Yes. What a great way to get people in. Well, I'm going to wrap this up because we know that attention spans these days are only a maximum of 5 minutes.
We've far exceeded.
You know what? You will have made it to the end of this because of the awesomeness that is Cass.
She gets me pumped.
She gets Scott pumped.
I just want to open the door and go and sell some Scentsy right now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have his tea. So I want to thank Cass. I want to say that your homeworks are going to be, we want to see this video. You're going to do your own Scentsy.
And if you don't have me on Facebook, add me and you can tag me also.
Yay! So Cassandra Salidas. I will put her tag in our thing. I also want you guys to come up with a referral scheme. So we'll talk more about that on the page. And your final homework will be to go out, and if you haven't already, go and get your Scentsy book. One side is all about orders, and then when you flip it upside down, you then put potential consultants, okay? You work your orders on one side, potential consultants on the other, and I want to see a picture of you and your amazing Scentsy books because they are so important to your business because it forces the follow-up. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for watching. You are all very, very awesome rock stars, and thank you so much, Cass, for being on my bid.
Bye, guys.
Bye.